The planet of Alderaan was selected by Senators Padmé Amidala of Naboo and Bail Organa of Alderaan to be the setting for a conference addressing the rising refugees created by the Clone War. But in the Jedi Temple, the Jedi padawan Ahsoka Tano sensed a great threat to Senator Amidala, and with the permission of Grandmaster Yoda, she joined the Senator on her journey. Ahsoka's visions become reality when Padmé is shot in the shoulder from the bounty hunter Aurra Sing, and when attempting to kill Padmé for the second time, Ahsoka and Padmé work together to defeat the assassin, later discovering that she had been employed by the imprisoned Ziro the Hutt. But what if Padmé had been killed by Aurra Sing? How would Anakin react to her death? Who would take her place as Naboo's senator? As you're about to find out, the death of Padmé will shift the complexion of future events in the universe. Ahsoka could sense the danger from Padmé's room, and bursting through the door before Aurra Sing could fire, she pulled her body from the ventilation system above them. The bounty hunter was not one to give in, and firing repeatedly at Ahsoka, the speed of the shots takes the Padawan by surprise, and she tumbled to the ground in pain. Padmé was about to pull out a hidden blaster, but Aurra Sing is quicker, and the shot from Padmé diverted to Ahsoka as she found her own torso bleeding. The bounty hunter had exacted revenge for Ziro's capture, and dragging Ahsoka to her own ship, it left Bail Organa and Captain Typho to finally break open the door. Padmé told them that they should not blame Ahsoka before she fell into a permanent slumber. Senator Organa immediately scrambled to the closest holoprojector and relayed the news to a stunned Jedi Council, who were saddened with the loss of one of their closest allies. The Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker soon rushed into the room, sensing the death of Padmé in the Force, but the confirmation from Bail Organa made him howl so loudly that the windows around their tower started to shatter. The abduction of Ahsoka enhanced his dark side emotions, and sending a force wave across the room, the entire tower started to shake. Yoda put the Jedi Knight into a meditative stasis before matters got out of hand, and after being carried to the halls of healing, they discussed what should be done to rescue Ahsoka. Unfortunately for Ahsoka, the Jedi were currently preoccupied by battles on other planets, and with Anakin dangerously close to the dark side, they had to wait for one of the Jedi to complete their missions. Obi-Wan knew that Anakin would not take kindly to the news, and he started to have doubts about the decision making of the Council, so once the healers had gone to sleep, the Jedi Master took matters into his own hands, shaking Anakin from the restraints that had been placed on him. A furious Jedi Knight awoke to his master, and as Obi-Wan told him about what the Council had decided, Anakin ordered him to be released. The Jedi Master calmly unshackled his Padawan, and risking his seat on the Council, he joined him in his pursuit of Ahsoka. The first destination they marched to was the Republic Judicial Detention Center on Coruscant, where they scaled the Tower of Cells to Ziro the Hutt. Placing their lightsabers at the throat of the Hutt, Ziro blabbered as they interrogated him for the location of Aurra Sing, and revealed that the Jedi would fetch a high price. Anakin cut the throat off of the former Hutt's council member, depriving the Republic an opportunity to receive a record of the Council's activities, but at least the Jedi knew that their next destination was Florum. The Jedi leap into their trustworthy Corellian freighter and travel through Republic and neutral airspace on their way to the Pirate Enclave when they spot the starfighter of Aurra Sing, but Obi-Wan knew that they could not harm Ahsoka if she was being held inside, and making a landing by one of the dust bowls that decorated the surface of the planet, they hid behind a rock formation to see the bounty hunter dragging Ahsoka on the floor. Obi-Wan could not stop Anakin using a burst of force speed, and cutting off the two antennae on her head, he disabled her weapons and ordered her to return his Padawan. The bounty hunter was forced to concede Ahsoka to the Jedi Knight, and she sprinted to Hondo's hideout before she could be killed, as Anakin and Obi-Wan took the Padawan to Naboo for the funeral of Padmé. Anakin was silent throughout the ordeal until he sensed a warning in the Force, and igniting his blade, he saw a shadow move amongst the large crowd and blood across the floor. As he barged through the bystanders, he used a Force-enhanced jump to see several Pantorans being dragged away by Sarge Ventress, and Anakin did not resist the chance for more vengeance. Intercepting the Dathomirian before she could board her ship, Anakin powerfully clashed against the two red lightsabers, and managing to pin her to a wall in the hangar with his hate, he is eventually joined by Obi-Wan. The Jedi demand Ventress to tell them her reasoning behind her attack, but continuing to stay silent, Obi-Wan incapacitated her before Anakin could kill her. The dark side continued to simmer within the Jedi Knight, and one onlooker was pleased that his plans were proceeding as he had foreseen. That is it for part 1 of What If Padmé Was Killed by Aurra Sing. If you'd like to see a part 2 soon, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as some other channel What If films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.